So it's been a while since I've done a video showcasing the app. So let's just walk through the entire app and how to use it from start to finish. So if you are just getting started with YouTube automation or you're just getting started with Fractal Video Shufflr, this is going to be your go-to video. So what is Fractal Video Shufflr? In a nutshell, Fractal Video Shufflr is a YouTube automation software. It handles everything that you can think of for YouTube automation, and it was designed to be customizable and designed for you to be able to do everything manual or for you to just configure a few things and just let it run automatically every single day. The idea is to turn YouTube into a game, and the game that you're playing is putting your ideas out every single day so that you can build your audience and you can build a true TV channel on YouTube that embodies what you're trying to um, the voice, not only the voice you're trying to put out, but the information you're trying to put out and the attention you're trying to grab. And so just wrapping everything that I have learned from my last 11 years on YouTube, as well as everything I'm learning every single day, all into one software. And that's what Fractal Video Shufflr is. And so we're going to walk through what you can do once you download it. But all you have to do is go to Video Shufflr. So that's video, SHUFFLR.com. Go to videoshufflr.com. And yeah, just download for Mac or Windows and you can start using it. So there's different tiers. There's the basic free tier. You don't have to pay anything and you can just go into create project and you can add your files in. And I have multiple videos on how to use to create. This is the basic, simple way to use it. All you have to do is add files in and click export, and it'll create a video for you that you can upload immediately if you add like a voiceover in the background. So that's like a really quick way to make a video. So like if you don't want to pay for anything, you can just pump out videos very easily like that. And so that's kind of the basic bare minimum of Video Shufflr. And so if you do get the pro or the platinum or even the diamond plan, which is the one that comes with unlimited AI video generation, then you just get more with the software. And so if you're on the diamond, you'll see all the gold and you'll know that you're on the diamond plan. So that's just a basic create project. So other things that you'll probably really want to know how to do is the script shuffler. And so there's also videos on how to use this, but basically just open up the script shuffler and make sure you choose what model that you want to write with and what provider you want to use. And then what you can do is you can add a YouTube video here. So if you have a video that you want to pull the transcript from and use that video to write a video based off of, you can just paste the video in there. LinkedIn, YouTube, anything that you can think of, you can add multiple things in. So, and you can even add text. So this is a fact, this is a fact. So you can add different information and it'll add it to a bucket. And these buckets are going to basically be what the AI will reference when it's writing the script. So you can turn these buckets on and off and add different items into these buckets just by dragging and dropping in there. And then that'll add those in there. And so once you have your buckets here on the left, all you have to do is just click create script down here and it'll start writing the script using the AI. And so it'll start writing the script. Sorry, I canceled it just so I can show you. Also, if you click on settings here, just so you can see that it's using this specific custom prompt. So we have a bunch of default prompts in here you can choose from. I would recommend just going through and looking through them all, or you can enter a custom prompt that you want it to use. But yeah, you can always just click create script or stop script and it'll start writing the script using that custom prompt that we have saved. And then once it's done, you can click the script button here and it'll show you where the script was written. And so you can always save this project and come back and load it later to edit the script, or you can copy it or you can save it. And if you save the script, it'll show up in your saved scripts here. So that's the script shuffler. So that's two things. You can make videos, you can write scripts. Of course, you can do research, which is very bare bones, simple. You just open it up type your idea, the script or whatever, and it'll do research for you. It'll go out and find YouTube videos. It'll go out and find documents on the web and all that stuff for you. So if you have platinum, that's really fun to try out. My channels is the next one. It's very, very nice. In here, if you open it, you'll be able to see your trust score. You'll be able to see your subscriber count, your views and all your videos and all of your stats. And so if you open up here on the personal, you'll be able to see all these stats broken down and how you're doing over time. Of course, you'll be able to see all of your videos. You can always add competitors and do other things like set up your automation. So let's say you wanted the software to upload videos for you every single day at a certain time. You can enable that here. And of course, you can configure what type of video it's making and the target duration that it's going to use. And so my channels is really nice because you can add as many channels as you like to this list. I have multiple channels here, and this is how I manage all of my videos. And so you can see here is my totals for everything that I have here. And so I'm going to continue to add more and more channels and see how we're able to do. And so that's going to be my channels. You'll really want to be able to use that if you have multiple channels, and that's kind of the real secret sauce to the YouTube automation from Video Shufflr, is being able to manage multiple accounts, and those accounts are going to be usable throughout the entire app. And so that's going to be my channels. The events editor, it works exactly like CapCut, but it also uses the our cut and our shuffle feature. So if you notice on the create project, when I said you can just add videos and export it and automatically give you a video, what it's doing under the hood is essentially cutting up the video. So you can see an example here. If I were to open up a video here, show you really quickly. So you'll see that essentially when you load a video in here, nothing happens, but this is going to be basically the files that you have loaded into the project that you want to use. And then if you want to see what this is going to look like on export, then you just click the preview button here, and then it'll load up the cut up video and it'll show you what the video is going to look like. And I didn't mute or anything, so it's going to have the audio there. And I didn't shuffle, so it's going to go in order. But if I shuffled it, it would essentially move. It wouldn't go in order. Each clip that it made, it would go in a different order. And so you'd have a really quick video that's not like in the same order. And that way you can have a very unique video that is very safe on YouTube. And so you can also add your script, and the events editor is really, really useful. It's got a lot of useful tools for you to customize. It's essentially the create project, but with more visuals. You'll be able to actually review before everything gets merged, before you export everything. And so that's kind of how that works. And it's kind of like your CapCut style editor. You can select and move different items on the timeline. You can create markers and cut stuff up, and and just replace different things. And so I also have many tutorials on this channel going over that. So the events editor is pretty simple. Again, just like your DaVinci or your Premiere Pro or whatever, that's what the events editor is. And all of these tools are your basic tools. So you create, you got the script shuffler, research, my channels, and events editor. So these, of course, are your basic tools. And then any video that you make in the software is going to show up in the history panel. And then, of course, you can always open that up and view that video. And so this is the main tools that you're going to be using. And you probably noticed that you have Flowboard here. And so what I'll show inside of settings, when you go into settings and you scroll down, you can enable or disable certain aspects of your homepage hub. So you can customize this to look how you want. And I just made it hide I just disabled the Flowboard because I don't really use it that often. So I disabled it and it just looks a little cleaner here for me. The next thing I want to show is that you got these plus and minus buttons. So you can always open and close these and it'll remember that. So that is another way to clean up this area for yourself. Here on the right sidebar, of course, you have the channel that you have connected. Of course, that's if you have the platinum. So if you go into my channels, you'll be able to connect your channel and it'll start showing your stats here every day. And of course, you can easily get into my channels, each of those tabs, to quickly understand what's going on. The guided tour is extremely helpful. If you have never used the software, I highly recommend that you come in here and you 100% this. The reason that I think you should do this is because it has a walkthrough of every single tool in the app. And if you've never used this tool before, this will really help you understand what you can do with the tool. I'll keep updating this over time. So if you see some steps, or if you see something becomes in progress and or like it has steps and you don't have all those steps completed, then just make sure to reset it and start it over again so you can learn where I added. But this is going to be the easiest way to stay updated with what is currently in the app and how everything in the app works. And I'll make sure to keep this updated. So this tour is really nice. And it's going to help you stay on track. And so this is going to be one of those ways for you to not only get good at YouTube automation, because the reason that I am recommending Fractal Video Shufflr everyone is if you want to do YouTube automation, all you really have to do is get good with Fractal Video Shufflr, because everything to do with YouTube automation will be baked into this software, and you'll be able to really use this as your home base. And so I really want the guided tour to kind of be your tutorial, essentially. If it was a game, you got your tutorial right there, always there to update as the app updates along. And so right under that, you can see that we have the music here. And of course, this connects to the library that we have. And so anything that you download inside the library, any background music that you download, you'll be able to play that music and skip. And of course, you can add custom background music in there if you like. And then you have your points, which this system is based off of how you use the app. So the more you use the app, the more points you make, and these points can eventually be redeemed for diamonds. And those diamonds can, of course, be used for voice generation and the AI video creation if you're not on the diamond plan. So that's going to be useful if you want to just earn just by using the app. And so, yeah, you can rank up and level up and get different rewards from that. And I will be adding more and more rewards other than conversion of points. Then lastly, down here at the bottom, you will have the current version of the app. And if you click on it, it'll open up all of the versions of the app. So if you want to download another version of the app, just click that and you can do that really quickly. And that's essentially the basic bare bones of the app. Again, nothing too fancy. Moving on to the niche finder, we've added a couple of things in here. So you'll probably notice here on the topics tab, it's pretty simple. It has all of the topics that you'll probably want to make a video about. If you're in one of these niches, I would recommend doing it because it's got a lot of views in a short amount of time, and it's got a lot of people talking about it. So these are just really remarkable videos, and I highly recommend just doing something like it. So save it to your idea planner if it looks good, and just, yeah, keep on moving on. Next is the anti-topics. These are videos you really don't want to do. You could tell that these videos really flop. You don't want to make thumbnails like this. You don't want to make titles like this. You really want to avoid these type of videos. And so, yeah, this is going to be a way for you to understand what you should not be doing. Next, we have our strategy. And so this is going to load both the really bad videos and the really good ones beside each other. And you'll be able to understand exactly what's working on YouTube and what's not working, and how your video stands against it. So you can add your own video in here with its own thumbnail and title and description, and it'll pop up in here, and then the AI will be able to determine if your video is going to do really well or really bad based off of how you have packaged it. And you can do this before you ever create a video. You don't have to edit it or anything. This is only based off of the thumbnail and the description and the title, because that is what's really important when it comes to getting people's attention, which is what the niche finder is designed to do. It's designed to show you where the attention is at on YouTube. Next, we have the directory. And the directory is essentially, if you click load more, it's going to pull from the topics, and it's going to start researching new niches for you to try out. And so this is kind of going to pull from from what's actually working on YouTube. It's not trying to pull anything random or anything It's not trying to calculate any kind of weird algorithm. It's simply using the videos that are working on YouTube, the high performing videos, and it's going to come up with new niches for you to try. So if you're really not having any thoughts or ideas, or you don't want to try to copy someone else, this is going to be your best bet because it'll be very unique and what's the word I'm looking for? It'll be very thoughtful niches that you can really try to do, and you can really dial in, and you can probably get a really good audience for it. And so if you click to expand, you'll also see the topics that come with these niches. So if you really wanted to try to break into one of these niches, then you'd be able to do that. Next is the attention markets. And so the attention markets is a place for you to go to understand who on YouTube is, or what type of people on YouTube are really viewing videos. And so you'll be able to understand really quickly the type of people that are on YouTube and where the attention is going. And this is based again off of the top viewed videos on YouTube that are happening right now today, not like any like yesterday, anything like that. These are going to be recent videos based off of recent topics that are exploding. And the goal is for you to understand what type of person you should be making videos for, because these are going to be the people that's going to click on your video, and these are going to be the people that are going to give you more views, more watch time, and you'll be able to get that attention. And so there's no tool like that on the market for this. You really should be using the niche market and the niche finder and the attention markets to understand your niche. And if you don't see your niche in here, then make sure to just scroll down and click load more, and it will continue to load new attention markets. Next up is the idea browser. I've gone over this in detail, but it's essentially your golden tool for finding new video ideas, new niches, new everything. And so you'll notice that here on the right, the top videos are going to show up at the ones that got the most views. And they're just going to allow for you to be able to save it to your idea planner, copy the link, and do multiple different things that will allow you to quickly and effortlessly work off of videos that you've already seen working really well. And so other than that, if we go to similar channels, you probably know how this works. You just enter a channel name and it'll find multiple similar channels to that. So you'll be able to find new competitors and new and emerging channels. The thumbnail gallery is exactly what it sounds like. It loads thumbnails from all of the top videos that we have, and it'll show you what they look like. And so this is going to be your best way to you can of course download this and also remix it. So if you wanted to make a very similar thumbnail to this, then you can just use our thumbnail creator really quickly by clicking remix, and it'll open up in the thumbnail creator. So that's the niche finder. Very powerful. Of course, we got the voice over studio, which is also really simple to use. You just open it up. You got the provider, and you have your the exact voice that you want to use. You can just press generate voice. You can type in whatever you want, or you can use a script that's already saved. Just select it and just click generate voice. If you don't see your voices in there, just make sure to click sync voices. You can also go to voice library and add new voices. The video download will actually download stuff from Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, and all you have to do is enter the URL and press download, and it'll save it to your location. Or of course, you can always search for a video, it'll pull it up, and you can just download it or add it to your library. Same with the image downloader, very similar. The image editor is just like Canva. Gone over that multiple times. And then of course the voice editor is just like Audacity. You can edit your voice and also record voices and do different things. The last thing that I want to go over, as I've gone over a lot, but the app has really come together, and these are the main tools that you'll be using every single day. Of course, there are other design tools like the music creator and the prompt creator, but these are going to be the main things you'll be using every single day, and it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. The last thing you want to do is create with AI. And so this is going to allow for you to create different types of videos. And so you can, of course, have it generate a script based off of your research documents. You can add a bunch of different documents into the app, and then it will automatically generate the script. It'll generate the voice, and then it'll grab the visuals based off of the script. So you can do that based off of research documents. Of course, you can also do it from any of the scripts already saved in your saved script section. You can do it from some YouTube links. So if you have a bunch of YouTube links, you want to combine those transcripts into one video and do a video like that. You can do it like that. And then lastly, we have a bunch of popular niches that we're updating every single week. And this will have all of the different niches that are currently working really well on YouTube and have high RPM. And then essentially it will just work for you. And if you look at the story setup, then you'll understand how it works, and then you'll be able to adjust the settings, and it honestly affect every single thing that you would want the AI video editor to do for you. And so this AI video editor is extremely powerful. You can choose what niche you want to do. You can choose the setup. And then you can just, of course, choose to do a voice, or you can just skip voice generation to make it quicker. Or, of course, you can do the voice and choose how long you want it to be. And then, of course, if you go to next, you don't have to do this part because we already did our preset. And then you just click create video, and it'll go out, it'll write the script, it'll get the idea for you. And so what it'll do is it'll generate 20 ideas. If you wanted to see how that works, it'll generate 20 ideas for you. You'll select the idea, and then it will go out and it will try to find a bunch of YouTube videos for you to use for source footage. And then you can preview through each of the YouTube videos and see the ones that you want to see inside of your final video. So you can, of course, skip this in the story setup. I set it up to where it didn't, to where I wanted to manually do this. But on that step one, if you expand the story setup, you can always just update it to make sure to turn off the manual source selection. But since I had that on, set that to yes, then yeah, it's gonna ask me to confirm the idea, and it's gonna ask me to confirm what YouTube videos I want to use as source footage in my final edit. So yeah, right now it's just generating some ideas for us. And I think I did anime recap, so it's doing some thinking about what anime we want to do for this. All right, and once it's got his ideas list, of course you can just choose whichever idea you want. And I think I'm gonna go with this one and just click continue. And then it'll start writing the script, getting the visuals, and then it'll ask me what visuals that I want to do. And then I'll click that, and then it'll just make the video for you. And then all you have to do is at the end, click file, export, or of course if you wanna add captions, you can do that. Just click the caption button at the top, and it'll auto generate captions for you, and then generate the captions, and then yeah, just click file, export, and upload your video. Since I didn't do any voiceover, yeah, I'm just gonna let that keep going. But that's the, again, create with AI. And while that works, of course, you can always click create with AI again and start a whole nother video for a whole nother channel if you like, or just play around with other things. So again, that caption button is here. If you wanted to click it, you can always auto generate captions based off of the voiceover that you have. So just make sure there's a voiceover in the project, and then click captions, and it'll make the captions based off of the voiceover. And yeah, and that's it. Just click file, export, and it'll export that. And also just wanted to note that the when it's doing the generation, once it writes the script, it's also going to update the name of the project. So the project is also going to have a nice, strong, good name for you to use as a YouTube video title. If you don't really want to make a YouTube title, the project will automatically do that as well. And then of course down here, once you export, all of your projects will show up here, and you can always just click on that to open it. Just click it, or you can click the three dots, and then that will let you upload it to YouTube. And so you can upload these straight to YouTube. Of course, you can delete, rename them, do whatever you like. And then if you wanted to change this to list view, you can do that as well. And that is Fractal Video Shufflr. It is the true YouTube automation king. It's a simple tool and it's powerful. Once you learn how to use it once, you won't need to learn how to use it again. You'll honestly start pumping out really good content in no time. Hope this video was helpful. If you like this tool, like this software, like what I'm doing, leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to share this video with a friend. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.